Hey guys, welcome to the Step Outside YouTube channel. If you want to see catches like this, stick around, like and subscribe. Here's what's coming up. Hey guys, how cool is this? We're in the backwaters of the Tweed River, a beautiful spot, and we're targeting today Australian bass. They're native to the country here. In fact, after their spawning of down around the brackish waters, they move back upstream. And that's where we're at. We're at the headwaters. In fact, you can't go much further than the waterfalls. Beyond that, we do have the larger scenic rim region of Springbrook. But here, I'll tell you what, these holes are littered with fish. We're going to just meander our way around and fingers crossed come up with a nice catch. But our gear is quite different what we're using today compared to what we normally use. And if you can listen quietly, you'll hear the sound of cicadas. So the gear I'm running here is fairly light, but it's got a lot of guts to it as well. So what it means by that is we have a heavy barrel down the bottom, still quite light, but it's going to take the pain of a bass, a big bass, that's going to run straight back into his snag. So we're going to be able to pull him out with this gear here. It's got a nice light tip on it. It's the ZODIAS. It's only rated at 1 to 3 kilogram, but again, lightweight, super strong, which is ideal. I've got on here 15-pound Power Pro braid, and I'm running a sustain 2,500. Okay, so nice and smooth, beautiful smooth, silky. My leader that I'm running, the fluorocarbon leader here, is 15-pound as well. And I'm going to use this small sakata. Have a look at that. That's a Chasebait sakata. Got that from Anaconda. And the reason why I said before about you can hear the sound of cicadas is natural. Use the bait that you find in your area, right? You're not going to come up here with a packet of prawns or anything like that. They're great in other situations, but here you're going to use a localized bait or imitation style. And I'm using this sakata. Absolutely amazing. Looks cool. The little wings move as well. And he's just going to flutter across the surface. The knot I'm using here, through that split ring, is a knot that I like to use always on the show. You can use a perfection loop or anything like that, but I'm just going to use my simple Uni Knot. Double it over, tag in around and around and around, about 6 times. That's it. Pull it tight but not too tight, wet it, and then pull it down, just so I can feel it. And there we have it, nice little loop just in front of that split ring. I'll take off the tag and we'll go for a fish. So all we're doing here is we're just walking from hole to hole. So there's lots of little rock causeways up here. Absolutely beautiful. There's moss on the banks, there's cattle in some of these pastures. It's just a stunning place, and quick escapism as well. It literally is less than an hour away from the heart of the Gold Coast, but nonetheless, wherever you are around the country, if you're in the backwaters, wherever there's a mountain and there's a waterway, wherever there's a stream, it's going to flow to an ocean or a dam. And of course, if those dams have fish, then they'll work their way back upstream. The ocean, the fish will work their way back upstream. So it's a really good tip, a great point to make, that no matter where you are and you've got this sort of a system, whether it's fresh or salt, is to go and check it out. Work an area where there's not a lot of traffic, not a lot of people. Be quiet, and you just don't know what you're going to catch. And hell, I'll tell you what, if you don't catch anything, just take in the scenery. It's bloody beautiful.
Oh, he's an upside down bass.
He smacked you.
He tangled that up.
That was on the frogs, mate. So Timmy, they're a bit of a schooling fish, aren't they, the Australian bass?
Where there's one, there's more, Paul. So this is a nice little start for the afternoon. This is pretty much about a 50% of what we normally get. So the sun's still high in the sky. Once that starts to come down a bit, we get a bit more darkness. These predatory fish with their massive big eyes, then they start to come out to play.
Mate, you've only just lip hooked him, but you're running, what's that soft
Little
plastic?
Z-Man frog.
Okay, cool. And that's a smaller one?
Yeah, it's just a baby, 2-inch.
Yep.
You see he's a bit tangled up there, I'll straighten it up for you. Little Z-Man frog there.
Beautiful.
Now we'll just take this fella off and see if we can get an upgrade.
As a fisherman does, we generally like to get in on our mate's action, right? So he's caught the bass on the frog, so I'm going to give the sakata the royal snip, and we're going to go this little part. Look at that. That is an absolutely gorgeous looking lure, and it's been rigged as well. So what we've done here, it's a pre-rig. On this case here, we have done up a
little 1-0.
It's a 1-0.
Gamakatsu 1-0.
Gamakatsu, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Which is a weedless hook.
Weedless, and you can chuck it up under the logs and into the sticks. And for someone who doesn't cast very well, it's very, very good.
Are you implying something, mate, by the way?
Not at all.
I'll do the trustworthy Uni Knot.
Well, it's better than your normal granny, so I think it's best.
All right, bugger off, mate. I'll tell you what, there's a great frog in there. It's called a toad. Why don't you give that a crack?
Okay, I'll go and see if I can get it happening.
All right, I need my spectacles. I can't see this line, it's too thin. Oh my goodness. So the idea is to try and get your lure right up into the snag. So if you're running traditional trebles, good chance you're going to get snagged on some of those branches. So being a weedless, I'll give it a flick and up she goes. Perfectly. Keep your rod tip up. If you drop your rod tip, it'll go under the water a little bit. I'm going to keep it up so I can keep it bouncing across the surface. So when you come up to northern New South Wales in the hinterland around these creeks and streams, make sure you got good quality footwear. Have a look at that. I got the Crocs on, and all the water can easily run out, but these rocks are pretty slippery, but these will grip up all right. So I find walking through the grass and across the streams, I'm pretty all right. And Timmy, how you going out there, mate?
The water temperature is beautiful.
Did you bring a bar of soap? Oh man, let's keep going. We've got more to explore. He's a fat bass.
He's a big one too.
He's a good bass, this one, Timmy. I just laid it along that logs and I didn't even twitch it, mate. Let it current get it. Current took it down smack.
There's the key.
Look how fat that bass is. Oh man, that's a solid fish. Now I've got big paws, everyone. I can tell you now that is an absolute cracker. High 30s, easy. But just on that bank on the other side, I cast out this little Halco popper. I didn't even twitch it. It got right on the edge of the current and bang, just smashed it straight away. Got into the current, took a bit of a fight. But these are wild native Australian bass that we love to catch. And no matter where you are in northern New South Wales, southeast Queensland, if you come up to these areas, particularly after you get some water pushing through, it drops off and all the holes start to show. It is just the home for these fish. They love it. And so do we. And just knowing where you are, such a wild ground in northern New South Wales, and we're targeting these wild fish as well. Absolutely amazing. Let me get this hook out of you, buddy.
Here's some tips to get you underway. Firstly, how cool was that spot? Try using a 2 to 4 kilo Shimano spin combo. Lures, match the hatch. Listen to what's happening in the background. If there's cicadas there, grab a cicada lure. If there's frogs about, grab a Z-Man frog. Neutral coloured clothing. What that means, don't wear something that's too bright. You'll scare the fish. They'll see you 100 miles away. Fish the eddies and under snags. That's where the fish will be hiding. And with your drag, set it a bit heavier, otherwise they'll brick you. Good luck!
And of course, thanks for watching Step Outside YouTube channel for lots of cooking and fishing action. Like, subscribe, and of course comment for more catches like this and cooking recipes.